Hello, welcome back to the New York School of Design Sewing Basics course. Once again, my name is Hannah Noth and I'll be your instructor for this series. Okay, let's start with a double fold hem. A double fold hem is one of my favorite hem types. I use it all the time on things like pant hems and bag finishings, even skirt hems. Really, it's so easy because it requires no extra sewing, just a little bit of extra folding and ironing in the beginning. First, we're going to learn how to do a 1/4 inch double fold seam on a straight line. So take a piece of fabric with a nice straight edge waiting to be hemmed and use a straight edge and your iron and iron over one side a 1/4 inch. Then you're going to sew a seam right down the center of that line. You want to sew in the middle of the fold instead of using a seam allowance. The seam will be hidden shortly, but we need this to ensure that the fabric stays folded down. Okay, there's one seam and one fold, but as you might have guessed by the name of a double fold, we're going to be folding it a second time. So I'm just going to fold this back over one more time and sew down the fold. Before I sew, I want to pin it in place. You can pin it or you can iron it in this step, just to make sure the fold doesn't vary in uniformity before I sew down it. Okay. Once again, I'm going to sew down the middle of the fold. You can determine for yourself how wide you would like your final stitch seam to be, but I think I like the look of the middle of the fold because that will still be close enough to the fold without actually edge stitching. And there you have it. This is an example of a double fold hem with a 1/4 inch width. As you can see, on the inside it does show two seam lines, but on the outside you can only see one nice straight seam that runs parallel to the folded edge. You can also iron it upon completion for extra crispness. So yes, this may be the simplest of the machine hem options, and it's also probably the most common, second only perhaps to serging when you look at dress, skirt, or pant or short hems. And that's how you sew double fold hems. Stay tuned for next week's lesson when we're going to learn all about ruffles, creating shirred ruffles and pleated ruffles. It's not one to miss. I'll see you there.